Play a little baby with me. Don't you also? So, one more time. One more time. Life has to go on. Yes, there we go. This is not gonna work like this. Go back. So. And action. So here we go. See, no fuzzle, no dust would react like that. When you put dust on it, it would just bounce off, nothing happens. But this guy is just attaching themselves to it. So now I'm going to put him in there. I should go for a swim. But I can't go any deeper, so here I'm just letting go. I'm letting go. And hopefully he's gone. And these beautiful, these tweezers. I've made them. I've made these tweezers, you know. Those people who are making tweezers make them really good quality, you know, and not garbage. Okay, so we're putting this one here into our glass container here, you know. So that way it's not going to accidentally flip over. And then we're going to take this and put it on the gauze to stripe them off. So now I'm going to show you. This. This is I did this morning. This is okay. So yes, this is my thumb here. See the right thumb. My digger for whatever, you know. I did it. Yes, you've seen that already. Actually, after I made that clip about that, at night I was doing these eggs again. I was saying like I've deleted all the other clips with the crusts that I made, but I was about to you know, to make them, and then eventually to make the clip, you know, putting things together, and then I just deleted it because I was bored. I was bored of this, you know. People are probably getting also bored seeing all this same shit all the time, you know. But today I feel a little bit better, and so here I was just crunching into. So there was this crust here, like here's this thumb, right thumb, and this I'm talking about when I'm bending it. And this is another Morgellon, right? I'm breathing at it to see if this thing is moving just for a moment. What is this? I don't know if it's moving. I don't care if it's moving. So here is this crust. You can see this crust area here. That is all crust. This is this kind of strange crust when you burst those blisters. So these blisters are not the eggs that I'm bursting, because after I took it one time out, I mentioned it I believe already, I had them on the finger and I tried to, you know, to munch them with my teeth, and there was no effect. Maybe if they were enclosed inside, then this may be like that. But I think so. The professor was right about it, and I googled it about this stratococcus something, who were causing these blisters, you know. And like I say, some of them were empty, like empty inside those blisters. And most of them are liquid, you know. What is this here? Is this just wet or? Oh, it's oozing out here. So here also, like I said, this is all this kind of blisters. From the blister crushings, this liquid comes out, and eventually a lot of people get this kind of very tough skin, like real crust on it. Like this isn't a crust like you get by a wound, you know. Blood is coming out, it dries off, eventually it heals off, you know. It falls off, you tear it off. But this crust is different. And if I don't scrape them down with either a knife or something, or a lady's shaver, then it gets thicker and thicker, you know. Look it up on YouTube. These crusts can be really nightmare when people don't do anything about it. So you may put Vaseline on it and take a gauze, a wet gauze, put it on it and bandage it. And do that every day, 2-3 times a day, you know. Then this will also disappear. But if that disease doesn't disappear, that problem, that causes these blisters, you know, destroying these blisters and then getting this crust again, this is a worthless thing, you know. Oh, look at this. There's a Morgellon right there. And so here also, this is all crust. This is all crust here. And here I had to crunch into. And this crust is kind of tough. It's like in German it's called Hornhaut. Haut is skin, and Horn, Horn, meaning it's this kind of like you get on your feet when it gets, you know, having blisters all the time on those areas, then the skin gets really tough. So in this area, the skin got so tough, so I kept crunching 2 times, 3 times into it, and there was this Hornhaut I couldn't get through. But still, instinctively, I kept doing this again. You know, like to my knowledge, there is no blister there. You know, I didn't crunch anything, but my subconscious did it unconsciously. You know, steering me in this direction and to go deeper and deeper. And you know what? After I went past this Hornhaut, this skin, I suddenly heard these crunchings of blisters, you know, like bow, bow, bow. So bingo, you know. So my spirit is guiding me very well, you know. So here I'm going to, this is just fresh, you know, this is just fresh, done, freshly done. So in another thing, sooner or later these Morgellonskis are going to come and invade me. And in such a situation, like right now it is, there's this kind of yellow stuff here, I wanted to put it on time lapse, you know, but the problem is you can't hold it like I'm holding it right now, very long still. Like if I put it on time lapse every second for an hour holding it like that, it'll still shake, right? So the question is, we don't know how fast these Morgellons will appear, because we've seen them when I pulled them out, how fast they were moving. They can strike like a snake very fast, even more faster than a real life snake, because the mass is much smaller, you know. Yeah, just like insects. This is insects, you know. It's everything. The bigger something gets, the heavier it is, and the slower it moves. So Hollywood is doing a lot of times bullshit when they make movies, like big planes moving quickly in the air or maneuvering. When you see those crashes on YouTube that have been filmed of giant planes, then you can see how slowly they move in the air, you know. So this guy is maybe approaching, or he's been there already, I don't know. Who made me crunch? And sometimes I get a lot of Morgellon strings like that, which are very long. You've seen them in my clips, right? I was thinking, when they're so long, those may be the ones I refer to as yarn Morgellon strings, you know. Others refer to them as ball Morgellon or ball string Morgellons. You know, think about it. When they're very long, and then eventually when they don't do anything, then they put themselves together. Right, Morgellon? Yes, that's right. That's exactly what I've explained. So, just like Lassie, you know. Lassie? Where's Jim? Woo! Oh, he's down there at the road? He's down there at the intersection number 75 and 59? Right at the store? And buying ice cream? Woo! No, you kidding me? He bought himself a bicycle and it only cost $29.95. Whoa! You know, same thing. But they do communicate, those animals, you know. It's called animal communication. Look it up off YouTube. It's fascinating. Do it if you can do it. Use your intuition. So now we're going to pick this guy out. Where is he now? He's down there somewhere, right? I have to go a little bit distance to get my tweezer down there as well. So I explained my mother, because when she does the carrots, you know, I can do it as myself, you know, this food, but she likes to put always sugar in there, and I can never finish off my diet that I want to do all the time. And I'm glad that I have Borrelia, Lyme disease, because now you have to keep that in mind. And that's a good argument, you know. There it is, look how small. You want to put this in a bottle? You're kidding me. I'm gonna put it here on the side somewhere. Did it work? No, it didn't. See, it's still there. No, they like sometimes plastic and they attach themselves to it. Did it work? No. Okay, you want to play? Then I'm gonna put it in a little water. So here's the liquid. Can you see this? Let me see. There's the liquid. Ah, look at it. There's another one sitting there. See that? There's a red one. Right, Morgellon? Yes. Say something. Yo. Oh, don't be so angry at me. And is he still off? Is he on? Off? Yes, but we'll take this one here as well. For a little ride. Oops, he almost fell down, huh? So we still got him here. And it looks like the other guy is still on it as well, right? I've seen him.